This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Yerevan Mayor Tigran Avinyan addressed the controversy surrounding his business trip to Los Angeles, during which he used taxpayer funds to purchase a costly flight without organizing a required competition for the contract, claiming he was shocked by the price and vowing to reimburse the budget with his own money. The Yerevan municipality signed an agreement with a private contractor last month to purchase 9 airplane tickets from Yerevan to Los Angeles, with a stopover in Doha, Qatar, worth approximately $31,700. Including a single business class ticket for Avinyan, worth almost $20,000, Armenian media outlet Factor reported in its investigation. The municipality used a one-source procurement procedure, meaning no competition was involved. While many agreed that as mayor he could fly business class for official trips, the investigation sparked public outrage over the ticket's exorbitant price and the lack of competition in the procurement process, raising concerns about possible corruption. Meanwhile, Avinyan announced earlier this month that his family had filed a lawsuit against CivilNet, dismissing the findings of a separate investigation published with the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project. This investigation details how a company belonging to Avinyan's family indirectly benefited from a state agricultural program that he oversaw as Deputy Prime Minister. Armenia's Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan took to Facebook today to deflect blame for shortcomings in the ongoing normalization process with Azerbaijan. He pointed to the course of negotiations from the time of the 1994 ceasefire that ended the First Nagorno-Karabakh War, saying that from that time the process had been about returning Nagorno-Karabakh to Azerbaijan and nothing else. Pashinyan says that it was his fault that upon coming to power in 2018 and learning this context, he failed to admit the situation to himself and explain it to the people. This came as former Foreign Minister Vartan Oskanyan, who was responsible for the mediation with Azerbaijan between 1998 and 2008, wrote an op-ed yesterday for CivilNet, criticizing Pashinyan's negotiating of the past year, calling it a dangerous and repeated misstep. His rhetoric of peace, though commendable in theory, was accompanied by a pattern of unilateral concessions that emboldened Baku and diminished Armenia's position. Each concession seemed to deepen Azerbaijan's demands and threats, moving Armenia further away from an equitable peace. This dynamic has left the nation vulnerable, disillusioned, and with little to show for Pashinyan's promises, Oskanyan wrote. Oskanyan's op-ed described other trends defining 2024 that he said underscore the urgent need for change in governance and direction, mentioning what he described as Armenia's rising cost of living, soaring foreign debt, corruption, and the erosion of Armenia's democracy. You can read Oskanyan's full op-ed from the link below. Check out our interview with genocide scholar Henry Theriault, who provides an analysis of the ongoing threats of genocide faced by the Armenian people amid the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. Theriault delves into the legal and political obstacles that Armenia confronts in pursuing reparations for the ethnic cleansing of Artsakh, as well as strategies for fostering reconciliation and countering denial. You can find a link in the video description. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 7. This is because a bill proposing to reduce the working day in Armenia from 8 to 7 hours was recently introduced by labour activists on the country's digital draft law platform. The proposal aligns with recommendations from the World Health Organization, which advocates shorter working hours to promote better mental and physical health for employees, as well as to increase labour productivity. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.